Congressman, it's got to be a thrill to meet the president. Before we get into that, let me ask you: did you catch any of the Democrats' convention last night?
Oh, no. I ran away from that, that's for sure. I think that's more contagious than COVID. So you want to stay away from that stuff.
You know, I can't help it. I'm drawn to it. And what I saw yesterday, if this is the way it's going to be, where they're going to pipe everything in and try to hide Joe Biden, I'm not as worried because President Trump is doing what he's very good at. He's going around, he's visiting the battleground states, and today he is visiting Arizona once again.
Yeah, he is. And it's a beautiful contrast in multiple ways. First of all, you have Joe Biden hiding out in the bunker. And then you have Donald Trump, who's going around the country and seeing what's going on here. So the second contrast is President Trump cares about border security. So he's down here firsthand, seeing it yet again, giving morale boost to the CBP folks who are working so hard. And the Democrats and Joe Biden, they want an open border. They don't want to close down the border. They don't want border security. They want an open border. So two big contrasts in his presence in Arizona today.
The open border concept, I think, has been exposed. We don't hear the Democrats talking about that as much anymore, or they change the language. We also see all of the angst over the wall as we did a couple of years ago. Maybe that's because President Trump has been successful in getting the wall up. And yet, Congressman Biggs, when it comes to the accomplishments of this president in this first term, it's been a media blackout. Is there a way around that? Do you think the word is still getting out to the American people?
I think it's getting out to the people. That one of the reasons that these lockdowns are so detrimental, though, is that everybody knew, because of the economy and the success of the economy, that President Trump should get credit for that, and that's what we have to have happen again. People need to understand that he is already helping us rebound in the economy that was tanked by the lockdown, and it's going to come back quicker under President Trump. And Joe Biden wants to raise taxes. He wants to re-regulate. They want to have government, good grief, they want to have 100,000 contact tracers to trace your every movement by government. Why I can't figure that out, because last time they used the CIA, FBI, and NSA to track the movements of the Trump campaign. So we have got to get this out through social media, through word of mouth. And that's really important, that President Trump has done an amazing job facing all of the hostility he's faced from the media and the left.
You're talking about the contract tracers. You're talking about, yes, the spying that went on with trying to overthrow, first of all, the Trump campaign and now the Trump administration. There's a new movie out, a documentary out, talking about Shadowgate. And all it does is brings us back to the Horowitz report and what we expect to see here. I talked to you about this the other day. I want to see if you moved on it at all. Can we, the people, expect for the people who tried to have a soft coup, a cold civil war against the Trump administration, can we expect for them to be held to account?
I really haven't moved. I'm still not as optimistic as I wish I could be. We got the one guy. But he unless he's turning and providing all kinds of evidence, then we're not going to see much. My understanding is that Brennan is going to be interviewed by Durham again, and that's something. But until you see somebody like a James Comey, that we can track directly what he was doing, leaking classified stuff to his buddy in order to manipulate both the appointment of Mueller as counsel and to manipulate against Trump, and then also to manipulate the FISA warrant to spy on the Trump campaign and Carter Page. When more and more comes out, if we're not getting James Comey, then we're not getting really what we need to see to get justice in this country.